All right, everyone, I finally made it to St. Philip's graveyard. As you remember from our last talk, St. Philip's has a graveyard and a cemetery. Graveyard is attached to the church. Cemetery is not, so I'm actually in the cemetery here at St. Philip's. Oh, hello, friend. There happens to be a cat on this grave. So this is the grave of Colonel William Rhett. Colonel William Rhett was the scourge of the pirates. Colonel William Rhett had a house just a few blocks from here. And he is the pirate who went after Blackbeard and captured, dropped my coin there, and captured pirate Stede Bonnet, known as the Gentleman Pirate. Stede Bonnet was a wealthy man who lived in the Caribbean and had enough money that after his son died, he actually decided to purchase his own pirate ship. Yeah, who purchases a pirate ship? Aw, the grave of our little Lily. He purchases a pirate ship, has it custom made, puts a crew on salary, and decides to go pirating. Now, when he goes to Tortuga, he meets up with Blackbeard. And Blackbeard tells him that he's going to make a proper pirate out of Stede Bonnet, the Gentleman Pirate, by having him accompany him to Charleston. That beautiful headstone. The skeleton mocking death and how time is fleeting. So in May 1717, Blackbeard, along with along with the Gentleman Pirate Stede Bonnet, they hold up the port of Charleston. Their demand is that they want mercury. Now, mercury was a treatment for syphilis. You see, Blackbeard's entire crew was sick with syphilis, also known at the time as the French disease. So they actually take the mayor of Charleston at that time. They take him hostage along with a few other people who are foolish enough to try and conduct business on the Ashley and Cooper rivers. So now they have a reason to pay the ransom of mercury. And Blackbeard was a man of his word. He actually returned the hostages in perfect health. But before he let them go, he stripped them down to the last stitch of clothing. The mayor comes back and he grabs the justice here, Judge Trott. And Judge Trott is the brother-in-law to Colonel William Rhett. And he dispatches Colonel William Rhett, who then goes after the pirates. Now, Blackbeard had already headed up north to Ocracoke in North Carolina at this time, but for some reason, Stede Bonnet was still here. So, the captain captures Stede Bonnet, brings him back here to Charleston. Stede Bonnet, because he's a gentleman, it was a class system, he was held in the judge's house. Well, one evening, the judge decides to go out, and the judge goes out for the evening, and Stede Bonnet dresses up in his wife's clothing, and he escapes. But for some reason, he's still in the harbor. So, Colonel William Rhett goes out, recaptures Stede Bonnet. See, Stede Bonnet goes out to Sullivan's Island across the harbor where no one lives. And it wasn't hard to find him because he had lit a bonfire in the middle of the night. A very Jack Sparrow thing to do. So when he's brought back, he will be put in the Port of Guard and housed until his hanging. And he was hanged over at White Point Garden, gibbeted. And that's the story of Colonel William Rhett. Oh, the kitty's leaving.